Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today will be our last episode of this little mini-series, I'm gonna call it, because I have a better idea. So first, we continued our last quest for the internet cut off. The enemies had respawned, so we had to quickly dispatch them before we could continue, because as soon as I loaded in, they started attacking. But it wasn't that bad. So then, we would go on to loot the tower, and finish the quest of finding all of these boxes, which took me a few minutes. And there have been a few updates since I last played, so there were a few other changes that happened to the interface that I had to figure out. But while exploring, I found my way up to this boss, which I'm going to have to come back to later, but I figured while I was here I'd explore a little bit and kill him off. Which wasn't really that difficult. I guess because he's a low-level boss for early levels. While my pet dealt with the minions, I dealt with the big guy, which it didn't take too long, and then my pet came in for the killing shot. While exploring, we found another chest, which had some healing items, which was great, so we decided to jump down into the bottom level and start working our way, trying to find all the boxes. We drew out some of the enemies to get a decent range going, which worked really well. My pet got swarmed, so I had to draw a few away from him. And used one of my abilities to freeze one of them, which gave us time to clear out the rest. But it was just a simple task of going around, killing off the creatures that were around, and finding all the remaining boxes we needed. Which, honestly, wasn't too difficult. Being ranged is a very good thing in this game. Eventually, we found the last of the boxes that we needed and was able to go turn in our quest. And in turning in this quest, we leveled up. And we got tasked with going to kill the tower boss again. Our new level only came with one perk point that we could access, which are these really good arrows I really like. So, not too bad. You only get 2 at a time, and they do really good damage, so very useful. So, we were back towards the tower to go and get at that next level. On our way up, I noticed that there was another player, and they were dealing with the boss currently, so I just let them be. No point in me jumping in because they had things handled, so wasn't that bad. I went ahead and killed a few enemies while waiting. That way they'd have a clear shot on their way down. And they just took a few minutes of waiting for the boss to respawn. And luckily it was just him and not all of his lackeys, so he was a quick, easy kill just by himself. So we got what we needed and headed back to turn our quest. And again, we jumped down. It's just the quickest way down, honestly. And we just ran away from all of our problems. So we turned in his quest. And we got some new stuff. And then we were on our way to fill out the other lady's quest, which was to find some cargo that had been lost by killing these murlocs, or however you guys want to pronounce them. Which leads us into killing montage! While killing off the murloc, we found a quest to turn this scroll into the lady who also sent us here, so it'll be a quick 2-in-1 combo. So we continued our little murdering spree, and eventually got enough of what we needed. These guys were really easy. And while killing off these guys, I found another chest of stuff. I really liked the chest being around with all sorts of stuff in them. This one had some healing items and some crafting materials. Once we were done, we were back and turned in our 2 quests, giving her the cargo and then the scroll. And then we were off yet again to go do more quests. We were back to the Fairbreeze, I don't know why I started there, to start getting supplies for the people at the party that we met last time. So we talked to this guy and grabbed one of the items. Unfortunately, the other 2 would be elsewhere. And while we're here, we turned in this quest, and after a bit of debating and figuring out the UI a little bit, I went for the reward of the pants, because they were better than what I already had on. Which is always good. And then we turned in the quest for this guy, which got us to level up, and another quest for him. I got a skill I would never use, and then we went on a killing spree in the rift here. Or the scar, or whatever it's called, I always forget. It was pretty quick, just killing off a couple of these guys here and there. Wasn't too bad. And the loot wasn't that bad either, so made it worth it. So we turned that quest in, got another quest to go speak with somebody, and then use the traveling to get back to the city. And then we were in, and we were off to go find our next item for the party, which was the wine from this wine and spirits merchant. And then we were out again! Lots of back and forth. And while going to find the last piece of the supply list, I found this merchant here that had hawk striders. And of course, I had to buy one. And of course, I chose the blue one. Well, it's blue and green, it just looks so cool. I really liked it. But we were eventually able to find who we needed to speak to for a couple different quests. So we spoke to this lady who wanted us to go talk to more people and kill more things. And talk to the bower to see if we could get a better bow, which we did. And then we finally talked to the food and drink merchant and found the last item we needed for the party, which luckily didn't cost that much. Over here, we accepted a few more quests to find a hammer, and came over here to talk to this guy, who also had a quest for us. He wanted to speak with another person, so we would have to go do that. But first, we went ahead and turned in the party, which got us an invite I would never use, because I don't know how. And then we were off, talking to the person we were sent to go talk to, who also had another quest for us, too, actually. The first was to deactivate 3 crystals in the tower up ahead. Not too bad. And the other was to find this person. I'm not even going to try to pronounce their name. So we were up the tower, up these really cool, really weirdly coded steps. Like, what is up with this? And then we were off to kill more things. And I went ahead and sped through those because This did not take very long. And very quickly we deactivated the first crystal and we're up to the next level. And while deactivating the crystals, I found this journal that we would need to turn into one of the people behind us. So. Then we got attacked from behind and made quick work. And finally deactivated the third crystal and was on our way. So we went ahead and turned in the deactivation quest. And then we were off to go find the person she was looking for. And he also wanted us to talk to more people. We'll do that later. Just down the road was the guy we were looking for, who wanted us to go kill 6 mana serpents and 6 of the ghost-looking things. Easy peasy. And eventually we had enough and was able to turn that in and get a level up, which was great. We went with the crack shot level up and was on our way to go turn in more quests and talk to more people. And while looking, I found that I had raptors. I did not know where I got these raptor mounts from, and I'm not complaining. They are really cool looking. I decided to go for the turquoise one. Because it just looks so freaking cool. Don't know how or when I got it, and I don't... If somebody can tell me, that'd be great. And while we were exploring, trying to get back to turn in a quest, I found another one while I'm on my way to go find the hammer. We stumbled into it and was like, alright, let's start killing these things, and apparently we needed to do that anyway. So, we just started going through it. Wasn't too difficult, a couple shots each and they were down. And then we found the boss sort of thing. I would kill him a few times because he respawns really quickly for some reason. But, not complaining, he dropped some pretty decent loot. And we were able to talk to this guy in the cage, who wants to go kill somebody else. So, we were quickly off to go do that. And again, he respawned. After traveling across the river, we quickly downed a couple of these guys to finish the other quest, and was up to the top level to deal with the boss. Which, again, did not take that much effort. I mean, we got hit a few times, but it wasn't too terrible for health-wise. But then we had another quest to turn in by picking up something from him. Turned in the quest for this guy. Found out my inventory was full, so got rid of something I didn't need to pick up the quest to finish it. And then we were off to are in to go sell our stuff and turn in quest. After selling our things, we were back off again to Fairbreeze, because that's where a majority of the quests were, after stopping here to talk to these people again. We had the invasion plans to turn in that we found, which gave us a load of coins. And then she wanted us to go talk to somebody, which we would do in a minute. Turned in the hammer that we found. And went up here to turn in the 2 quests we had for this guy. Apparently it was his spell book that we found. So. And in doing so, we were able to level up yet again. Which is always great. I went with the Trailblazer one, which would increase our movement speed when we're off the beaten path. And then, behind the tower was the person we needed to talk to, which wasn't too hard to find. Talking to her revealed she wanted us to collect some samples from around, which I went ahead and did and just cut it out of the recording because it was very boring. And by doing this, it is revealed that she is trying to heal the land, but something has caused the land to be very, very, basically unhealable, as much as she wants it to be. Then, we had to protect her from the upcoming boss, which did not take that long. Him and his 2 lackeys were very quick work, as you will see. And once that was done, we were able to turn in her quest. And then she wanted us to go back to Fairbreeze, so we were back. Did not take that long to get back to Fairbreeze, honestly. And we had a couple quests here to turn in, so we made quick work. Talked to this lady to turn in a quest. Talked to this guy to turn in a quest. And then went further down the road to find this guy, who then wanted us to go across the rift and go protect this one crystal. Which did not take long to go find. It was just getting across that took a minute. So, I stood here, I planted the crystal, and then the upcoming battle was mostly me just spinning around waiting for these guys to show up so I could 1 to 2 hit them. It was easy. But just a lot of spitting, so if you get motion sickness, don't watch for a few minutes. Once the crystal was thoroughly protected, we were back across to go turn it in. And then the guy wanted us to go talk to somebody, but we also got a level up. So I grabbed the killer accuracy, I think. Yeah. No, I grabbed rapid fire. That's what I grabbed. And then it was easy enough to find the person we're going to talk to. She wasn't that far away. And it is here that I shall leave this, because I have an idea for our next little series. To try a different editing style, and just try a better thought out character than this one. I hope you all have enjoyed this, and I will see you next time with a little surprise. Thank you.